Hey, what's going on? It's your host again for another show for hotel revenue management. I'm your host, the master revenue magician, Bruce Jordan, coming at you. Now we're going to be talking about what to do when your hotel has cash flow problems. Listen, it's COVID. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We still got bills to pay. These bills just don't stop no matter what we do. And we gotta open the reservations for some of us isn't like it was before the whole pandemic had happened. So, a lot of us, especially with reopening, even though some of us have gotten some loans, we're still in a cash crunch and we're just having some cash flow issues. So here are some things that you can do to get started to get some revenues in, some funds in immediately, so you won't be missing payroll. Unfortunately. Number one, you can increase prepaid revenue reservations. Now, a lot of reservations, some people don't like prepaid reservations. Me, I love them because I get to do it, I'll say about 30 to 60 days out. I would go ahead and increase my prepaid reservations just to get that money. Now, I offer a higher discount so I can get more prepaid reservations in. This is going to give, even though the reservations may be 30 days away, 60 days away or more, I'm going to get that money now because I'm offering at a higher discount. When I'm struggling for cash, this is one of the things that I do to, get more revenue fast. Number two, rank higher. So let's say rank higher with your OTAs. Do what you got to do. Take a look at your profile. Take a look about where you're at. Call your partner manager. Call your partner manager and let him know that, hey, I need to rank higher on this list. What do I got to do? And work that out so you can rank higher. For instance, Hotel Tonight, if you give them a higher commission, let's say 25%, they will let you rank higher. Usually, if you rank higher, you go ahead and you get a very, very, very high. It just increases just like that when you're paying a high rate. And on the flip side is you also have to offer a lower discount. So that's the tough end of the stick is, lower room rates, higher commission, but you need the money. So your hotel rooms, unfortunately right now, are the bank, and that'll get you started on the right path as far as getting more reservations. Number three, hire more sales consultants in addition to the sales managers that you have right now. Now, what I mean by that is don't get rid of your sales team. I don't know if the sales consultants you hire are doing better than your sales team. I may get rid of my sales team, but don't get rid of your sales team. But a lot of sales managers, sometimes they get comfortable and they don't make as many calls and do as much networking as they need to do because they're just trying to get the contracts out. They're so used to getting the business in. They're so used to getting the call that they're not making the call. So they're always going to be on the losing end of the stick. And this pandemic is going to be tough. So you're going to need maybe someone on the outside to bring the business in because at this point in time they can't. And then on top of that, due to the fact they 9 times out of 10, not every time, but they had it so easy before that they didn't have to do all the legwork and the footwork and everything that they needed to drum a business. So now that they actually have to do that, they're like, it's just a pandemic. There's nothing we can do. So if you hired a consultant that will probably go out there and make the connections and get that business for you, then things will probably be a lot easier for you. Get that extra revenue, get that money, take a deposit up front, get that extra cash, and that'll help solve some of your problems. Number 4, what usually works for me is I offer in-house guests a discounted rate to become a stayover. So if they're here for one night, I usually shoot them a text message with a discounted offer for them to stay over. And the software I use, of course, is Text Guest. So I'll take everyone that's checking out on this day, and I either offer a late checkout for a specific price, or I'll offer a stayover at a discounted price. the other flip side of that, it keeps them from trying to book at a third party and book with you directly. So you don't have to keep paying more commission as well. So that will give you a nice little boost in revenue. Number 5, do an email blast of your whole list, like all the guests that you have. Send out a mass email offering them a discounted price to come and stay at your hotel. A lot of times we already have the relationships with the guests, and those are the guests that wants to keep the relationship with us because people love what they know. They know us, so they want to come back to us. They had a great experience, they want to come back to us. If it's at a lower rate, whatever they were here for, they're more than likely to come visit it again. So send out the email, offer discounted rate. Make sure the link that you send links them directly back to your hotel website so they can book online at your hotel at whatever rate plan that you have, so you don't have to worry about paying commissions. A lot of times I like to pass the commission right back to the guest, especially if it's hotels tonight. I have a lot more to pass back to the guests if I can avoid a 25% commission, if that makes sense. Now, number 6, if you have receivables, considering selling your receivables to a factoring company, especially if those particular companies tend to pay a little bit longer. Like I had a couple of companies back in the day. They paid 60 days and their bills were like really high. So I had to cash that in. I mean, I took the 10% hit, but I got my money that I needed now immediately versus having to wait, 60 days for them to pay their bills. So that's something to consider. Sometimes factoring companies, they want all of your receivables. They want all of your receivables. They don't just want one or two. They just want all of them. But of course, like anything else, especially in this given situation, things can be negotiable. Number 7, renegotiate your billing terms with your vendor. All right, so we all have terms, whether it be net 5, net 10, net 30, whatever the case may be. This may be a good time to call your vendors, and instead of having a net 10, you go to net 20 and net 30 and waive your discount. Or this may also be another good time to find another vendor that's willing to do what it takes to get your business and also give you better billing terms. So the best way to control cash flow, especially when you're in a cash flow crunch, is to get the cash coming in and slow the cash down from going out. Those are definitely something that I would consider renegotiating my vendor. Number 8, you want to offer higher commissions to travel agents and consider packages. So what I mean by packages is there's like from whatever events you have in the area, whatever attractions you have in the area, whatever restaurants, get it all together in a package or have the travel agent do it. So most people are asking, well, how do I get the travel agents to sell, my hotel or my product? Now, if you already have travel agents that are familiar with your property, that's where you want to start first. So if they were charging you 10%, you probably want to go ahead and give them 15% or 20%. Make sure they book directly with you. Do not let them go through the GDS and you pay them directly, because you don't want to have to pay that pass-through fee that the GDS charges, to book the room. I think they still have Pegasus out there. I haven't used Pegasus in a while. So now to find new travel agents to advertise, the new travel agents that you want to sell your hotel and book your deal, you can go to Facebook groups, and there's different Facebook groups out there that does for event planning, for travel agencies, and so on and so forth. And just do a post inside of there and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is the commission that I'm willing to pay. Is anyone interested in adding my hotel into their portfolio as far as pushing it to their clients? So that's the best way to do that. Another way you can probably get in contact and get in touch with more travel agencies is by seeing if you qualify to get on AAA search engines, There's a whole application process that goes along with that, by the way. And American Express Travel. If you could get on those two, whew, you're good and you're golden. So that is going to be number 8. And number 9, I hate number 9. And the reason why I hate number 9 is because I hate banks. All right. if there's any banks out there, I'm sorry, man, but I hate you in a good way. Okay. I hate banks because I feel like the hotel is the bank. I never needed a bank. I never depended on the bank, and I don't want to depend on the bank. So, but unfortunately, number 9 is consider getting one of those CMBS loans. Yes, they are called CMBS loans. Okay, they're BS loans. All right. Especially if you see that you're going to be in this crunch for a little while, you might as well try to either get this loan or renegotiate with your current bank, just to get a little funding temporarily until you can implement the first 8 that I gave you. But start with the first 8. Do not just run to the bank. It's the worst thing you can do. Start with the first 8. Do what you got to do. Get that revenue coming in, renegotiate. And worst case scenario, go ahead and deal with the bank. All in all, whatever's happening right now, it's not going to happen forever. This is just the current situation. So don't depend on this particular area of the market. All right. Some people may have to, maybe renegotiate or reconsider their market segment. Some people may find it better off that, they may have to change their flag. I've seen Holiday Inns go to Crown Plazas and then go back down to Holiday Inns. They realized that they were flying the wrong flag. Crown Plazas, for business, you need a lot of meeting room space. You can't have a 200 square feet of meeting room space and being at Crown Plaza. So they go back down to Holiday Inns. So figure out what works best for you as far as getting what you need and what you want for your hotel. And again, this is Bruce Jordan here. You're tuned into another episode of Hotel Revenue Magic with your master magician. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. And we'll be talking to you soon. One thing that I do need you to do is to protect us. All right. Go ahead and go to textguest.com. Sign up for the Do Not Rent registry. I think registration is free. You can digitize your Do Not Rent list, or you can just make it available for your hotel, or you can make it available for all hotels to keep us from getting those same guests that you had problems with. We won't have problems with, because we'll be able to see them before anything happens. So thank you again for tuning into another episode, and we'll be talking to you soon.